Productivity. Such a controversial topic. We've gone from busy being celebrated to the big quit, slow productivity, and now a new wave of hustle.
Cash flow.
Focus.
Get stuff done.
I have no hobbies. That's all I do. This is the life.
I'm tired. Sometimes I wonder if I could have a better life. Somewhere else, the grass greener on the other side. But then I think, no man, your life is gonna be the same wherever you go. You just have to be more intentional. Go outside, move more, see your family, call your friends, reach out, make more plans. I'm leaving this country. Worth it. I have the theory that you can be more productive when you're having fun in life, because if all you do is work, no matter what you do, you can have the most exciting job in the world, but if all you do is work, at some point it gets boring. And I've always wondered if I could be a digital nomad, work hard, play hard, and still be productive? Let's find out. Traveling as a minimalist is a little bit harder because you need to find places with good design, aesthetics, and also minimalist people. I don't think there's real people like that in the world, and if there is, we hate you, man. The place where you stay is very important, of course. A quiet place with a good bed to have good nights so you have plenty of energy to be at your best and do your work will be tricky in Portugal. It seems like the whole country is under construction right now, so earplugs. I don't know if it's just me, but as a video editor, it is very important because editing at a cafe, wobbly desk, tough. So the mission is to work in the mornings and enjoy the afternoon as a tourist. That plan doesn't work. Being a tourist is kind of exhausting. You're walking up to 20,000 steps sometimes. So if you want to work out, be a tourist, be social, and drink alcohol, which European people seem to do every day, you're not gonna last long. I couldn't survive a week. To be honest with you, I had spent such a long time just working by myself at my place without having that much fun that when I came here, it was a bit hard to control myself. First few days, sitting down, not seeing places, not having fun felt irresponsible. On the other hand, planning to just wake up and YOLO it, not a good move. When it comes to productivity, routine is king, no matter where you are. Don't forget your routines just because you're traveling. If you have strong habits, they'll follow you anywhere you go. The time you wake up, the food you eat, your workouts, the time you work, when you socialize. What changes are your surroundings, so it's a good idea to take some time to see where you're staying. Find where you're gonna buy your groceries, where is the closest gym and their memberships, where you're gonna work, if you're gonna eat out, some healthy options close by, where to have good coffee, how to use public transport, and whatever it is you do every day. Once you figure that out, you don't have to keep guessing your next move at all times. And that's a huge relief for your brain. So take your time, and when you're ready, do the planning. Before we go any further, I'd like to take a few seconds to talk about the sponsor of today's video, Soundcore. I got the Soundcore Work and AI voice recorder, and I'm impressed. It's pretty small, the size of a coin. This device is great for people who are taking meetings all the time, especially face-to-face in any language. I do a lot of freelance work. With Soundcore Work, I don't need to worry about taking notes when I have meetings with my clients. All the little details, location, people, dates, deadlines, just press a button and it does everything for me in the background. That way I can give all my attention to my clients, really understand what they need and how I can help. And if you don't want to clip it to your clothes, you can leave it on the charging dock on your phone. It's MagSafe. One of the things I like the most is the double tap marking feature. Whenever I hear something important, double tap and I get that mark in the audio, transcription, and summary. The transcript is very accurate, plus I get an intelligent summary with everything I need to move forward with my projects. If you want to improve your meeting game, this will help. I'll leave a link with all the information in the video description in case you're interested. Thank you Soundcore for sponsoring this video. It's a different routine, but still, it's important to know when you're gonna work, the time and days of your workouts, and when you plan to be a tourist or have fun. My schedule looks like this. It's a bit similar to my routine back home, trying to be consistent. However, some things are different because people here live differently. For one, they start their days a little bit late. It's a bit of a struggle to find coffee before 9 a.m., which is very strange, but you get used to it. So just wake a little later and start working around 9 a.m. Now the crazy part is they close earlier too. So you have that constraint that helps. It makes you more efficient. You see people at co-workings at around 10 a.m. really getting things done, like, don't even look at me. That's one of the things I struggle with back home. The balance between work and the other parts of my life. Sometimes I take it easy in the morning and all of a sudden the morning's gone, but that's okay because I have the afternoon. I find myself working late and no one's telling me, hey dude, stop working, go get a life. But here you see everybody having a life around 5 p.m. and that makes you very productive because we all want to have fun. We're all human. If you think about it, you don't need that many hours to get things done. If you really focus, 4 hours are more than enough. So find that window of time in the morning or afternoon when you feel at your best, work on one thing at a time, don't overdo it, and I promise you will be very productive. Don't stop your workouts just because you're traveling. Lifting weights or whatever sport you practice will give you more energy. It's also the best cure for jet lag. Move your body, get tired, sleep like a baby, and start fresh the next day. If you lift weights, you only need 3 days to stay in shape. And if you track your habits, keep doing it because that's how you stay on track while you travel. After the gym, work a little more if you have to, and then have fun. You need to make time for fun every day. It's such an important thing. A couple years ago, I found myself in a cycle of non-stop work, a project after the other, because I was putting in the time to build a business. So I completely cut off fun from my life and I thought it was such a clever hack to advance in life. It worked a little bit, but something happened. I started to hate my life. I learned that if I kept trading the most important things in life for work, at some point, I was just gonna be left with the work. So I started to prioritize fun in my days. Now when I'm planning my weeks, I plan the fun things I'm gonna do first. This is something I learned from the Now Habit by Neil Fiore. He calls it the end schedule, basically filling in your high-quality guilt-free play first, prioritizing fun because the anticipation of extended isolation from friends and recreation just makes you procrastinate more. When you know that something fun is happening in your day, somehow it's easier to start working because you're in a better mood, it's easier to focus, get things done, be creative, and you start doing better work. Life is better. If you struggle with procrastination, give it a read. There is different kinds of fun: sports, hikes, hanging out with friends, going to nice restaurants, bars, travel. As a tourist, I've been trying to see the cool spots when there's good weather, also going on a lot of photo walks, going out with the people I've been meeting, eating local food. I guess that's the cool thing about being a digital nomad. There is always something to do, and you get to choose if you want to go out, be social, or if you want to slow down and rest. But wherever you are, even if not traveling, you can and should have fun after work. You just have to be more intentional about it. People in Europe take rest seriously. It is really hard to see someone working on the weekend. It's actually strange. A couple of years ago, I would have thought, that's just lazy. But now, it makes a lot more sense that on the weekend, at least for one day, you disconnect from work and rest. And by rest, I don't mean Netflix and chill, I mean active leisure. I see people making a lot of plans. Running, hikes, museums, music festivals, surfing. I went surfing 2 weeks ago and it was a hell of a workout, but I had so much fun and I felt great the next day. It is an active kind of rest that I feel like your mind needs to get back to work on Monday with the right energy. I don't know why we're always trying to complicate things. Truthfully, I'm guilty of this. At least with my work, there are a lot of tools involved. When people say gear doesn't matter, that's not true. Gear matters a lot. And I guess having the right tools to do good work is important for sure. But knowing when you have enough is equally important. When I decided to take this trip, I know it was going to be a challenge to make videos because I wasn't going to bring all the things that I used to make them, of course. So I knew that I was going to need to get out of my comfort zone and be creative, alright? And I gotta admit, at the beginning, it was difficult because you get attached to things and the way you do things. But when you let it go, it feels nice, liberating in a sense. I guess I wouldn't be able to work and travel if my trips weren't longer than a couple months because getting used to a place takes some time. And depending on where you are, a big city, offering many things, you're meeting interesting people all the time, there's something going on pretty much every day, It can get hard to get work done, but if you have your systems in place, a solid routine, you can make it work. I had a really nice time traveling and working, but it's also nice to have a place to come back to. I'm ready to leave again.